Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of our Rebuilding Sunderland FIFA18 career mode, here with Sunderland in League 1 as we look to take them back to where they belong in the Premier League. Now, if you have missed the first 2 episodes, the playlist is in the description below, so do check them out before watching this one. So come back to this having watched the first 2 to see how we got to where we are right now. Yep, and also in the description for anyone who hasn't seen it or is enjoying this career mode and would like to see sort of more FIFA 18 career mode, I've got my Can career mode, the French side. That playlist will also be in the description below, and that's getting to a stage where it's actually getting a little bit interesting now. So be sure to check them out. It would mean a lot after watching this. Obviously, this is the priority at the moment. Anyway. First of all, slightly changed the way the episode's going to work. Instead of doing Huddersfield and Barnsley, simply for time and how long it might take, I don't want the video to be too long, because generally I don't imagine many people would be happy with sitting through 40 odd minutes of FIFA, essentially. If it's something you're interested in seeing, then by all means mention it in the comments or something. But I decided it might be too long. I might trial it in the future, just sort of to see how it is and how people react to it, or how I think it's worked. So I might try it in the future, in a future episode, 2 games at once. Obviously end of the season might come into use, but for now I decided, you know what, we'll keep these 2 games separate. There's quite a lot riding on it. Obviously this game, Huddersfield in the League Cup's our first test of Premier League opposition. Barnsley's the first team who we came down with, essentially, that we face. And they should be tough opposition, so it's an interesting 2 games, and I feel like they should be split just to keep the attention on them. So yeah, and without further ado, we've obviously still a little bit of transfer window since the last episode, so a little bit of intern to get into, so we're going to get into that now. As you can see, there are 2 new names added to the list here. As I said in the last episode, I kind of was interested in getting rid of Catamol and Oviedo. Oviedo has gone for Rico Henry, the young left back from Brentford, basically straight swap, so nothing paid for him. In terms of value, maybe that's ripped me off, but I don't really care, to be honest. I think Rico Henry is a good young player, and as much as right now he's technically not as good as Oviedo, he'll grow quite a lot. And Callum Camps from Rochdale has also came in. He can play pretty much anywhere across that central midfield, which makes him a good player to have. And I'd say he's mainly a cam, but you can play across any of them. Relatively cheap as well for what his value is. We've managed to get quite a few cheapies so far. And so yeah, they're the players we've added. I was looking for more. I really wanted to try and swap out Catamol, but we're going to keep with Catamol. Captain, leader, legend. I'm sure he can lead us across the line. As you can see here, Duncan Watmore. Now this wasn't done in the transfer windows, so he'll be leaving in January. He's going to Palermo, 2.8 million. I'm a bit gutted I've accepted that, but at the same time, it's good money, I suppose. And Lamina Kone will be going to Brighton in the January transfer window. You'll never see him anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, nothing really changes from that point. I'll just get some more money. In terms of fixtures, since obviously we last met, we played a few, and there's one particular one that's pretty bad, but we've got to start with everyone's favourite. Oh, honestly, I can't stand this trophy. Checker Trade Trophy. Annoyingly, our second string will manage to beat Portsmouth's first team, so I suppose it's good for the league, but yeah, we won 2-1, Checker Trade Trophy. If you don't know, look it up in real life. It's an awful thing with B teams and under 23 teams. Annoyingly, our first team then followed that up with a 1-1 draw against Fleetwood at home as well. That was a bit frustrating, but we're going to drop points occasionally. The next game, however, it all went a lot better. As you can see, we won 4-1 away from home, and as you notice, we do score a lot of goals, but we also concede a lot of goals. It would appear, never really keep a clean sheet. So yep, Notts County 4-1. Now the next one, you're going to have a lot of it's going to open your eyes, this one. Yeah, you're not seeing that wrong. Scunthorpe 5, Sunderland 1. I was down to 10 men, but it was already 3-1, I'll be honest. It was just a stinker. I think I have the stats. I decided to screenshot the stats just to make it clear how badly it went. So as you can see, outplayed, no real complaints. It was a capitulation, and I'm sure you'll see one live in a video live very, very, very soon. It always happens, at least once every few months. Anyway, that took us into the Wimbledon game, which I'll go ahead and tell you we won 5-2. So it went back to sort of the normal us, I suppose. And that takes us into this Huddersfield game, which is now the focus of our attention. So without further ado, let's get into the live section of this video and the Huddersfield game. I just want to make the point, I've kept this relatively uncut, so there's a lot of waffle, I would say. Most of it's relevant. Most of it is relevant, but occasionally I do sort of waffle on to my own little world, I suppose, which it kind of shows the real me more. So I suppose you get that, but I just thought I'll warn you if you think, what is he on about? Anyway, enjoy. Alright, and here we are. We are at the match preview screen. We're now live coming. I'm talking live now. We're here and we're ready for our first game against Premier League opposition. I think in real life Sunderland haven't played Premier League opposition since getting relegated, so even if we're looking at this career mode and real life, I think this is the first time they've faced Premier League opposition since relegation. Should be worth noting, out of all the teams that are relegated and promoted, Huddersfield were not one that got relegated from the Premier League. I know they're sort of in a relegation battle at the moment. I kept them up, so they are a Premier League side. So should be tough. If I can lose 5-1 to Scunthorpe, as I'm sure I've already discussed, I can lose to Huddersfield quite easily. Anyway, this is the team we're going with. We've changed it quite a bit from the league game against Wimbledon. The changes, I believe, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've made 7. So, despite it being Premier League opposition, we're still treating this cup with the contempt it deserves. I'm not a fan of the Carabao Cup. Carabao? One of those. Whatever it is called. The League Cup. Everyone knows it's the League Cup. So we've made changes. Hanlon's actually one of them. He is normally our centre-back, but he was suspended. He's coming back in. Bradley will get this game before dropping back out again for Wallace in the game against Barnsley, which will follow this. Follow this in the next episode. We've brought Davies in, the 17-year-old right back. Callum Camps, who this is the first time you'll see him. Oh, and Rico Henry as well. He's not one of the changes, but you haven't seen these players yet. Oops. So first time on screen for Callum Camps and Rico Henry. The captain, leader, legend that didn't end up leaving. Lee Cattermole, obviously holding midfield like the wonderful player that he is. We're going with Osoro behind Billy Key with McConville and McManaman. The bench sees most of the players that ended up dropping out. Watmore, Lawalwa, Sears, Donatian, Gooch, Wallace, and our substitute goalkeeper that has a name that I'm never going to ever try and pronounce, because what even is that? No, not doing it. Anyway, that's the team. So we're now going to get straight into it with the game, so I'll see you for that. Right, here we are, blue and white stripes and red and white stripes away. Blue versus red is always the best combination in sport. We've got Huddersfield versus Sunderland, Premier League versus League One. Let's see what we can do. Let's just not get, oh god, they're keeping the ball quite, no, not, oh god, no, not a red, okay, good, all under control. I just noticed he's got a Brave, our goalkeeper's got a moustache, isn't he? Oh, that's a debatable choice of facial hair, I have to say that. No offence if you're rocking that, maybe you can rock that, but our keeper can't. Anyway, corner. It's close, wasn't it? Right, 4 minutes in, they've had 2 very good chances. Let's just establish ourselves on this game. Let's have the ball for a little bit. We always have possession, don't we? And oh, can they stop? Okay, good. They didn't close me down there. That's very nice of them. I don't like it when they close me down. That's not very nice, is it? Oh, hang on. Oh, we've got maybe a working opportunity here.
Interesting news again from Alan McInally. Thanks, Alan.
It's a good cross, get on it. Oh, nearly. Don't win the header. You've got. Oh, never mind. Anyway, I've never been a fan of the Carabao Cup, League Cup, Carling Cup, whatever you want to call it. It's never been a cup worth my time. I'll go to see my team when we're in it, but if we get knocked out of it, I really couldn't care less, to be honest. For me, the FA Cup is so much more than this pile of piss trophy. So, yeah, and that's always transferred onto both FIFA games and Football Manager games. So they're working it around quite. Oh, okay, good, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, I've never even heard of Carabao. Oh, that's going to cause me trouble throughout this. I've never heard of it. Has anyone ever actually had it? It's an energy drink, isn't it? I mean, as sponsors go, I didn't understand that one.
Couple of teammates who are clearly on the same wavelength.
It doesn't sound like a drink I'd trust drinking. It just sounds like something that's riddled with every disease possible, or every form of like ingredient that can kill you. It's like that's just whatever comes to my head from Carabao. Why am I talking about Carabao so much? Anyway, on to what's actually happening. They're passing it around our box quite a lot, but they're not getting anywhere. So Osoro, who I want to use more because he's quite a good prospect. He's got quite good pace, hasn't he? Go on. Oh, what a goal! I didn't expect him to keep going then. 20 minutes in, we're 1-0 up. Easy. No problems whatsoever. We've deserved that. They've not worried me at all. So good little. Bloody hell, that was. I knew he had pace, but I just didn't think it would transfer over. Like, you know, the last few years, FIFA games and pace haven't really been that great. He's certainly pacey compared to Billy Key. He's won. Oh, he nearly won the ball there. Oh, never mind. But we're 1-0 up. This swell. Don't let him score right away. Okay. Oh, no, he's got it. It's good. No comment. No comment. No panic. Panic was the word I was trying to say. Oh, that's a banger of a chant, that is. Huddersfield. One of my favourites.
Now here's a chance to get at the opposition.
Come on. Look, why does no one make a run when you want them to make a run? Billy, mate, where are you? Billy Key, where are you? Billy Keys.
Guided on by his head.
I'm making it a thing. Here is Billy Key. Cut in. Good shot. Oh, good save as well. Is that Rob Green? Hang on. That is Robert Green, isn't it? That's definitely Robert Green. There's no one else that could be. It's Robert Green. Holy shit! I didn't know he was still. I didn't know he's still playing. Is he actually at Huddersfield? Hang on. Is he actually at Huddersfield in real life, or is he like a free agent on this game? What? He actually does play for. He's actually at Huddersfield. How has he managed that? His agent must be genius. Holy. He must be like third choice, surely, at least.
Corner played in.
No wonder he bloody scored. He's the Robert Green. I'll never forgive him for that bloody World Cup goal against USA in the opening game of the 2010 World Cup. First of all, David James should have been in goal. Why the bloody hell was Robert Green picked over him? And second of all, how can you not keep that? Oh, I was so. Oh God. That was a shit World Cup. That was. In terms of England, anyway. Most of them are shit though, so that's not really that difficult. Anyway, I thought you long retired now. I thought you was at Leeds, and then he just went. The more you know.
Ah, that's a shame. He would have been in the clear, but he's overhead.
Go Rob Green. Oh, I was hoping he'd go out the box and take it on the floor, because I'm sure he's good enough. Rob Green.
And Smith.
Rob Green.
Well,
we've got a title now. It's going to be about Rob Green.
Has been penalised here.
Don't know what for, but never mind. Oof.
Billy Key.
Billy Key.
And Smith.
I'm mumbling Billy Jean now, aren't I?
Getting forward well as a team
It's
now.
gonna be stuck in my head soon. Gotta stop. Stop while you're ahead.
Real chance.
Oh well, God, thank God they passed that. That was really worrying. It should be noted that all the game. Oh, hang on. Speaking too soon. Oh, he's blocked him off there. That good for a class foul. Oh, that's a. Oh, poor. We had a counter attack opportunity there, but Lee Cattermole does what Lee Cattermole does best. Charges in. We haven't had a Lee Cattermole red card yet. I'm really gutted about that. In a weird way. We've had a few yellow cards, but we haven't had a red card yet. And I was about to say, look, every game we showed, either on an episode or we played live, has been. We'll be about 3 goals up by now, or we would have 3 goals. Normally we would have conceded as well. We don't seem to have clean sheets. In fact, have we had a clean sheet? No, we haven't. So there tends to be goals, but in this. Thought I heard something. Anyway, yeah, in this game, it's tight. It's 1 goal in it. Luckily to us, but it could easily. Oh God, that was nearly a bad pass.
2 more minutes to play.
Nearly half time, and we're 1-up. That's a good thing. I was really spooked out halfway through that because I thought I heard something. And I was like, what the hell? And I think I was just hearing things. But funny how these things happen. Okay, run at them. Oh, he didn't get a chance to run at them. Anyway, it's half time, and we're 1-0 up. And fans are happy there, as you can see. As much as this isn't a competition that I care too much about, it's always nice to go through. Might get one of the big boys. Bradford City holding Manchester United there. That's fire. That is. Forest Green 0, Crystal Palace 0 as well. That's wow. Excitement in the Carabao, Banana, whatever it's called, cup. Let's have a look at stats quickly. Oh, we're not dominating possession, don't like that. It's been quite a tight game, as I said. But Jolasoro has given us the lead, so that's all that matters when it comes to stats.
How well they played in that first half. They'll be delighted.
Into the attacking third.
Yeah, he's been tackled, Callum. I don't want Tom Ince scoring against me because it's Tom Ince, isn't it? I don't know why I don't like Tom Ince. Has he done something before? No, I don't think he has. I think I'm just being a bit of an arse. Oh, that's a good ball, isn't it? Our young right back has to deal with it. I'm not sure if counts as dealing with it, but in this scenario we'll say it will. Thomas Ince with the free kick. Punched away quite easily. If we can get the ball, there would have been a counter-attack, but it doesn't look like we're getting the ball. Oh, we're fouling him again. Good. Okay, no, maybe not. Right, let's get it out. Good tackle, Rico Henry. Now we got. Oh, he's going on his weak foot though. That's a problem. He's gonna have to cut in, and he's done well there actually. Going Karen Camps.
Still got a bit to do, but this is promising.
Oh.
Good work, really, to read the intention of the pass. Goal news now from Portsmouth.
It's a second goal for Leicester City. 54 minutes played. 2-0.
Oh, Portsmouth lads, come on.
Good reading of the play by the defender.
Oh, it's been all Huddersfield so far. So don't foul them. Okay, just hoof it.
Well,
stop the balls playing out the back bollocks.
It's Smith.
Why is Ince always on the ball? He's everywhere. Oh.
Could be a chance.
We might need to bring out the hard Brexit 541 at this right. We've had hard Brexit 442. We can also have hard Brexit 451, which is as park the bus as it sounds. Come on, let's get out. If we get a second goal, I feel a lot more comfortable. We're going to lose it there. Let's keep the ball for a little bit. If we've got the ball, that means they can't score. Lovely one-touch passing. I probably could have kept on the floor, but never mind.
62 minutes
Decent.
played. 1-1.
Well, many thanks, Alan McAnally.
Shit.
He's up to date
Don't
as
let them
usual.
out. Come on, Catmull. Catmull, do what you do. Oh, Catmull. Oh, missed him. Damn it.
Good forward play from them.
I'm not sure this is the game to get him a red card, actually, now I'm thinking about it. However, who said I was going to foul him there? Catmull. Oh. So weird, Sonny Bradley. Right, okay, I don't really want to charge out with Sonny Bradley, but that's why I didn't want to. It's okay. See, we're working as a team. This is what Sunderland have lacked for years now. Look at this team cohesion, defensively and attack, beautiful stuff.
It's been scored by Dan
I was saying.
A fine individual effort beating 3 defenders. 67 minutes played. 1-1.
Thank you very much, Alan.
That's a good tackle. Don't you dare blow up. Okay, good. I thought, you know, with FIFA that could easily be a foul.
It's Smith.
I'm not very good defensively, so I'm always worried when we're getting situations like this where I've got a clean sheet and I'm winning, but they're having most of. Why didn't you just beat that? Oh, okay, it's alright. Okay, it's 20 minutes to go. We need to potentially look at subs. We could. I mean, is it too early to, commit to 5 at the back? I think it might be. What we could do, you know what, I'm gonna essentially play 2 right backs. We're gonna put Davies on at right mid, and we're gonna put Donatien at right back because he's a bit stronger. He's got pace as well, but a little bit of strength on that side because they've been coming down the wings a little bit.
Lee Catamar. Onto the attack now.
Is Soa? Can he get through? Can he get through?
Got to be.
Oh, it's a good set. Go.
Off the goalkeeper.
If only Callum Camps can get on that. Who's that getting the yellow card? Oh, Callum Camps gets the yellow card. Good. Okay, we're making our subs. They've made some subs. Callum Camps has got a knock. Beautiful. Might have to take him off and all. Don't really have a central fielder option. Well, we do. We have a Cam, but don't lose it. Don't lose it. Okay, good. At this point, I'd really like a clean sheet as well, to be honest, because like I said, we haven't had a clean sheet. We've been quite poor at the back. Well, I've been quite poor at the back. I shouldn't really try and skip around it. It's alright, Nico Henry's going to get onto it.
Well, the manager will be enjoying
We've calmed things down quite a bit recently. Don't. Oh, that was a risky ball. Did not need to play a ball like that. Okay, here's Donatien. Oh, fucker. Good tackle. No, I think now it's officially what to do here. Well, we're gonna have, safety first. We'll bring on Camps. Not Camp. We'll take off Camps. Is what I'm trying to say. Thing is, if we go, actually no, we can do it without making a sub. I just realised, or making a defensive sub, because that would put us in the lurch for extra time if we did concede. You got to think about these things. You really do. Obviously, Catmull there. We'll put Davies at right back because Donatien can play centre back, obviously. You're pacey, aren't you? Can you go on the? You can just go on the wing, I think. Or we could take him off because he's a little bit knackered. We'd bring one more. No, but we'll leave it like that for now. Actually, we can, because now we've done that, we can actually afford. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't be stupid. Henry's a bit knackered. We're gonna go essentially full 5 at that.
Yeah, I think they believe, Martin,
after a lot of that was tough decision making there. We've gone 5-4-1.
Really trying to use the full width of the pitch here to make some progress.
You know what? Yep, take the. Okay, is that not a foul? All right. Go and get. Oh, he's still got it. Go on, go. Oh, I was sure that slot tackle would be given as a foul. I didn't expect to come out with that. 5 at the back, Wycombe Wanderer.
Jonathan Hogg. No time to panic. There's still time to change this game.
It's time.
Oh, that's going to be given us.
Free kick here.
Right, we got a yellow card there for Paul Hanlon.
It's the least surprising thing I've seen.
Who's taking this free kick for them? And is he Aaron, can he take free kicks? Does anyone know? Well, I guess we're going to... Oh, God. No, he can't. There's the answer. Fairness, he wasn't that far away, was he? We just move this up to Billy Key and hope for the best.
It's too close to call this, but they've still got
Didn't get the best,
a
but...
one-goal advantage.
Oh,
Here's the chance. Not far away at all.
Well, if they keep
not gonna lie to you, a
creating
little
chances
bit of crap came out there.
That was a decent effort, you know.
Yes, you see that right.
Getting forward well as a
Why
team.
is there such a gap in our...
Done well under pressure here
5 at the back.
to hold the ball as the challenge came in.
Go,
Trying to catch
just
the
fun.
other team out with a quick break here. Excellent pass. No offside, he's in. Guiding it through the defenders.
Oh, he's...
In with a chance.
Oh, he's still got the ball,
He's
still
in
got the ball.
here.
I thought the referee was our player then. Jesus, that pass could have gone wrong. Oh, and this is...
2 more minutes to be played then. Added time.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
They know
No,
the clock is
midfielder.
against
Get...
them. The opposition is doing well against them as well.
Oh, shit in hell. I just wanted to get the ball off him.
Look again,
Oh, this is going to be their last
Missed
chance. It's in a
slight
similar
tackle that went
position.
wrong.
He went
Well,
relatively
he
close.
saw the ball and he thought he could win it, but just a fraction off.
Let's fly!
It's the exact same thing as he did last time, and that
Terrific distance.
should...
Nearly found it.
Oh, it is that. That is that. We've won. Bloody hell. Oh, what a game. It was not necessarily a classic in terms of proper action, but actually, I haven't really taken any of the games I've played in this all that seriously, being honest with you. I've kind of just found it kind of funny that I'm scoring 4 goals every game, or losing 5-1, as it would appear. But that game I actually got really into that. I don't know if it came across that way, but I really got quite into... Oh, blimey. Anyway, that wraps up this episode. The next episode, which will hopefully be tomorrow, will be the Barnsley game, because I just think, you know, like I said, like I hopefully said in the intro, as long as I remembered, having 7, what am I on about? I can't, it's late. Having 2 games in one episode probably makes it too long. I didn't really think about that when I was planning ahead. So yeah, so tomorrow's episode will be the Barnsley game. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. If you enjoyed this one, leave it a like. It would really mean a lot. Leave your thoughts in the comments as well. It's always nice to have a comment. If you enjoyed, subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.